Welcome to my fellow cars update number 2. Hope you enjoyed the first episode. This episode I make some plaster casts of rock formations so they can enhance the mountain. I'll fast forward again the film where it's just the mechanics of pouring moulds, etc. But as you can see, I've coloured the plaster mix with some of my wife's craft paints, officially Joe Sonia artist colours, but they do the job well. This makes it a bit easier later on to blend them into the mountain landscape, and also protects them better in case there's any chipping that occurs, so there's no white base showing underneath. A bit of wet water, which is just a couple of drops of dishwashing liquid to water to enable the moulds slipping out when dry, is essential. And also a toothpick just gets out most of the air bubbles, and a few taps of the mould, and then it's left to dry. Show you what I've been using, and other people have, you know, all different plaster of Paris and modelling stuff. But of course, if you buy the starter kits with Fella, you get the plaster to do the roads, which I didn't use. I just did the roadwork straight onto my board, and it works. Yeah, it works really well. So we'll see how it all sorts out, because I've got plenty of this left over from the 3 starter kits that I've purchased. I've popped a couple of the rocks out, and we'll trim that up. Quite honest, my first batch didn't work, so it was too runny, it just didn't take. So texture of the rock there. One thing I did do though was just a what if scenario, and I still had some of the bandage left over, the plaster bandage, and I just pushed that into the mould and gave it a go, and it's come out rather well. The beauty of this is, obviously we can trim it with scissors to clean up, but it has just that little bit of flexibility and lightweight. There's just absolutely no weight in that. So we've stuck the plaster casts on, just in a few random places, but they sort of follow the contours as though they've sort of fallen down or have poked out through the mountainside. One we did with the plaster mould, the webbing, just put it above the tunnel portal, and just put them in, stuck them on with a bit of like a PVA based glue, tiger grip, and we'll let them dry. Once they've dried off, we'll just sort of go around and a bit of filler and just blend the cracks. We've left the mouldings dry overnight. Now they've been glued on. We're just going to fill up the cracks surrounding it. Use a product called Spec Filler. It's quite interesting, this one. It's almost like it's hard to say, it's like a foam, very pliable, can move it around. The only thing is you need a dry surface to work on. Then you can just push it into the cracks, use your fingers. It's not wet, it's a very dry formulation, and you can just work it around. When it's dry, you can sand it, you can colour it, whatever you like. Okay, so that's most of the rocks put in place. As you can see, they're blended in. And the beauty of it, as you can see in there, it's there. You just put the plastic seal back on it. Tight lid. Now this particular one I reckon I've been using for I don't know how many years, quite a long time, and if you just do that little precaution of filling it up, putting the seal on properly, and yeah, you seem to get a lot of use out of it. Well, that does it for Fella Cars update number 2. Hope you enjoyed that. Next update we'll be looking at painting the mountain and putting some grass on it. So we'll catch you then. Bye for now.